Hi Libra, thanks for joining me. Good evening, welcome back. This is Emerald City Empathic Tarot with another reading for you. This reading may or may not resonate with all Libras. Please check your Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, Jupiter, Saturn, who knows? Wherever you may have Libra placements, this reading may or may not resonate with you. But thank you so much for coming back. And this is going to be a interesting reading because it's so far taking a lot of the energies of the last couple of readings that I've done and really building on them. So, in fact, just before I started the recording, I was kind of meditating and preparing, and I was having a hard time with my throat chakra. And it was right before the meditation mix that I have going on, which kind of goes through all the chakras. And it was on throat chakra. And I was feeling hoarse, like I still feel a little, clogged up, I guess. And so I had to pull some throat chakra stones to keep on myself to help through this. So anyways, back to the reading. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Emerald City Empathic Tarot. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you would like to, if it really resonates and you like my style, hit the subscribe button. But thank you again for joining. So quick build off of yesterday's reading. Where I left it off, we were talking about a Bible verse, a Bible passage about Daniel. For some reason, Daniel came into my mind, and it was 1:11. I looked at the Bible verse, and Daniel 1:11 through 1:17 was incredibly it resonated so much with the last few readings I've been doing in terms of wisdom and harmony. So to go back, it did talk about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which is 3 persons right before they went into the fiery furnace, if you look at the story further, which is 3. Again, I did a reading the other day that was 3s all over the place. But it also talked about them being tested for 10 days by Nebuchadnezzar. So I know from some of my past experience and some of the people that I've been, talking with recently, a lot of Libras have been going through stuff for the last, 10 weeks, recently, 10 months, most recent, like even further back, and then 10 years. I mean, we're coming back, we're coming through a 10-year, if you look at like astrological, and I'm not going to go into all the details because I'm not the most versed at it, but 10-year-ish cycle is coming to completion. So I just thought that was so interesting that it was talking about them being tested for 10 days, right? So just keep in mind, though, we as Libras, this might also transpire into, 10 weeks of really going within, right? Going back to, and I'll elaborate here in a moment about the crown chakra and stuff here, but 1:11 on my timer as I was checking it. I'll get into this here in a moment. But we might be tested for another 10 weeks. And if that's the case, then we're looking at March 23rd, right? So we're talking just after the spring equinox, which is positive. I mean, a lot of things happen in wintertime and a lot of things come to fruition in springtime. So just keep that in mind. Be patient. We were talking about also Venus retrograde is happening until January 29th. So that's about 2 weeks out. And it reminds us to go inward, into ourselves and do some reflecting and habits. And one of my very first readings, actually, when I pulled the little strips of paper, the 2 that fell on the floor was worry and bad habits. So hey, go back and check that out. But that was, if I remember correctly, that was my I think it was my second reading actually, posting video. So, but it does tell us to remind us to be patient. You know, it is winter time. It is time to reflect. We also have Mercury retrograde coming up soon. So that also is going to take us into close to March. So the very last part of that was 117, that verse. So January 17th could be an important date on top of March 23rd. So be careful and aware of important dates, positively, negatively. Luckily, we're actually coming up to getting close to a full moon. Actually, that means, well, look at that, full moon, the 16th through the 19th. So full moon, January 17th, could be a really important full moon for you. A lot of you could be having really crazy, vivid dreams. That was also that verse 117 talking about understanding of vivid dreams. So exciting stuff. Okay, I am going to try and hurry this up. That took longer than I meant. So when I was putting this deck away yesterday, I'm not going to go into it a lot, but when I was putting this Akashic tarot deck away yesterday, I shuffled before I put them away, and when I did, I happened to look at the bottom, and the card was this one, number 20. Will, wisdom, and mind. And I had this feeling that today's main reading was going to build off that, and sure enough it did. I shuffled, and when I was shuffling to put them out to build off of, the Queen of Scrolls came out. And if you remember the reading, we had the King of Scrolls come out. So I did check the bottom of the deck, and we had community, but I also had to, right? And after shuffling multiple times, I had the King of Scrolls at the top. So not only do we have 8 of Roses, but then underneath the King of Scrolls from yesterday, look at that. Really? Wishes fulfilled. I couldn't. I had to point that out. Build on some of the other readings that I've had recently about, you know, just, and look at this. I mean, like, you know, crown. That was part of why I was feeling crown, and I had been wanting to use my believe in your own magic oracle deck for the last, you know, day. And so we got crown, we got queen, we got roses, we got king, and wishes fulfilled. Like, how much more perfect in a Akashic way could you say that there's got to be some kind of divine union or change, like something happening here? I have these teeny tiny little cards that I got, and before I started, I just kind of flipped up the bowl to see what would come out of these tiny little cards. And look at that. So the biggest ones, I mean, you can rearrange them in many different ways, but you know, 4 and 6 is 10. And then if you look at, like, in blackjack or rummy and a lot of different card games, you got king is 10, and you got 10 10, and then you got ace, which can be either a 1 or an 11, and then you got 8 8. I mean, there are so many different angel numbers, but we got literally 10 10 10 10. That was the biggest one. Change. And of course, my little pad of paper here is purple, right? building on the crown chakra, one of the last readings, one of the first readings I did. And with just a few more minutes, I wanted to build on it, finally getting to the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. But, oh, real quick, this is one of my first readings. I had kind of pointed out this and I couldn't quite remember. But yes, it is a green moss agate. I actually did a little research on it, and technically the green moss agate isn't technically an agate, but okay, I don't know what's going on here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They both got stuck in my like right hand.
Looks like you already chose your favorite.
All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. First of all, my music went to a commercial. And so I am just going to stop it right there. I literally cannot believe what just came out. We have number 25, mural. Be your first priority. Be your first own priority. With a castle. And oh, I already talked about my kitty cat. Reminds me of my kitty cat. And then the second one was number 7. Going back to some other readings that we've had. Libra, make the change. And the new year reading, going within, looking in the mirror, self-reflection, making the change, bad habits. Oh my goodness. Going back to that, oh jeez Louise. And the third one that came out, we're almost out of time. Look at this, shark, number 35, which equals 8. Interesting. One of my first readings, I was talking about being whatever queen you want to be. And I was talking about being an underwater queen, a mermaid queen. Look at this, shark and a mermaid. Look at this. Swim away from the situation. But the situation could be the past. It could be, again, I've been talking about divine masculine, regardless of them coming in on their chariot or not, but looking at yourself and being fulfilled within yourself. You know, looking at yourself and loving yourself no matter, I mean, I have to say she's a little on the plump side for a mermaid, but it's adorable, you know, but then it also talks about, a very adorable Disney character, you know, just keep swimming, right? Just keep swimming. Swim away from the past situation, if I may say. It may not be a current situation. Look at that. This has been beautiful. Regardless of a potential shark or King of Scrolls or whatever, be your first own priority. Make the changes, go back to school, you know, look at this, actually, look at this. Huh. I'm not recommending making major changes at this time with Venus and Mercury retrograde coming up, but she's literally about to cut her hair with that sword. Make the change. And swords are air energies. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Wow. Self-reflection. This was beautiful. I appreciate you all for watching and entertaining the energies of this reading. I hope it resonated. Again, if you know, take it as it resonates to you and your story. It may or may not resonate for you. If it does, please like, share, subscribe. Join me on the next one. If this one doesn't resonate with you, maybe the next one will. Again, Emerald City Empathic Tarot. This actually, wow, this was a fun reading again. I really enjoyed doing this, and I thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will enjoy another reading soon, and have a great Stay where you're at. Be blessed.